Welcome to another episode. I'm Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist. Today, I want you to realize, and understand that your mistakes are your biggest blessings. Now, this isn't just a trick of the mind, and I don't just say this to help you feel better. The spiritual path is in realizing that your problems, your mistakes, your hardships, they come up because you have something within you that is available for that, that is a match to that, that believes that attracts that feels victim-minded and is under a spell, an illusion of how reality works. And until that thing shows up in the 3D world, that guy who uses you, that person who doesn't call you back, the woman who's jealous of you, your insecurity, this tragedy that happens, as hard as it can be to deal with it as humans, it's actually a spiritual lesson to help us face ourselves within and find where we have matching emotional currents, because consciously you don't think you have them. Like, this isn't just like, oh, I know I have some issues to work on. It's like, no, you do not know that you have these emotional currents, like a current, like a river, or current more like an electrical current running through your system that's literally affecting the universe and drawing these things to you. And until you change it, you're going to continue to suffer with those feelings, with those attitudes in that reality that you do not want. So sometimes it's so much better to have the negative thing come up, the thing that, you don't want. Sure, you're not going to like it. Spiritual lessons usually aren't fun, but what they are beautiful stepping stones. They're more a portal that you can open up inside of yourself, because the portal is within yourself. It's not something in front of you. The portal to quantum leap into your next reality is where you find those constricted, tight places within yourself. You find a way to purify them, which is what I teach my clients, to heal them. This is where the inner child work comes in, the healing visualization. This is where the somatic mind-body movement comes in, where the prayer, the affirmations, the decrees, whatever spiritual tool, healing tool you're using to unclench the clenching within you, which will always involve a belief, a memory, an attitude, a perception you have all mixed into one. And the mistake gives you the opportunity to face how you created this. And that part of you is going to want to blame, is going to want to shame, is going to put onto the other person how they did this to you. Maybe they took advantage of you, yet you walked into it. You allowed the person into your life. Or maybe it's as simple as you had the karma, something that you can't see from your past lifetime that's playing out now, or something from this lifetime. It's about being mature enough to understand that things aren't always just instantly easy. You do have to go through your karmic return, which you can help dissolve actually by using the violet flame, by using the power of forgiveness and changing the way you see it. So when you forgive, it's not for the other person. And you may even know this by now, but not only does it free you from the emotional discord and the suffering that you feel inside yourself when you feel angry at the other person, when you feel hurt or about yourself, your past self, or the world, when you free yourself from the emotional discord, you change your karma. You literally burn away and balance your karma. Another way you balance your karma is by being in service, by wanting to do good things for the world and help humanity be better. Now, when it comes to your mistakes, you're able to see, oh, wow, well, this person showed up, and even though I was really, maybe in this instance, you might say, even though I was a really good person and la, 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 and I really tried, they turned around and they attacked you or something, just as an example. Okay, well, then you look at it, and it doesn't mean that you deserve to be attacked. Maybe you literally didn't do anything wrong. So was there a part of you inside that was showing off something you had in just to share because you're excited about it? But yet, was it showing up because it needed validation and wanted to impress others? Okay, well, if that happens, that's going to make others feel inferior. And then if they have a jealousy complex, which a lot of people do, then it's going to kick in and then the attack will come. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you did anything wrong, it necessarily, except unless wrong you consider the wrong attitude. Doesn't mean you're necessarily bad. Or it could be that you were the one that got jealous, and then you might have kicked up a storm, or you might just be holding yourself back because you believe that somebody like her doesn't deserve that because she's not pretty enough, smart enough, kind enough, good enough, this enough, that enough. And as long as you put conditions upon having what you want, saying, well, she shouldn't have because she's not these things, then you can't have it either. So then when you get jealous, you can take that and look at upon yourself. It's like, oh God, what's causing this? Well, I believe that I can't have it. Okay, so what if other people having it, you see that as a sign that you can have it? Now, at first, emotionally, you won't be able to get behind this. So it is a process, and this is why you work with a gifted healer like myself, because this is complex work. Like, likely, there's a good chance that most people watching this, you might not have even connected those dots, that you could have been completely good and giving, yet somebody got jealous and maybe attacked you. Okay, well, maybe that's because you had the secret need for validation that you might have even thought that you had overcome, right? But if it's happening in your reality, then it's still happening inside of yourself. So this is your reminder, your message to celebrate your mistakes from the point of view that, wow, this is going to help you grow. This is going to help you purify the negativity, because when you change your personality, you transform your reality. How exciting is that? Now, if you'd like to change your personality to become the true you, merge with your higher self so you let go of fear-based ego thinking, and you are ready to blow up your reality in the best of ways in literally multiple areas, from your business success, growing your income, to, while at the same time, letting go of the stress and the golden handcuffs that make you feel like work is a stressful, hard thing, and you've got so many balls up in the air that you feel it could drop at any time. We can dismantle and dissolve that attitude that came from your ancestors and help upgrade you into the new 5D way of thinking, which is just your higher self, thinking from love, from truth, from ease, from flow. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be challenges. It just means that you'll be able to face the challenges with greater grace, intelligence, and the way I do it, with spiritual support. So reach out if you do want to apply for my one-to-one work. I always have limited spots for that. It's very high-level, intensive coaching with my 14 years of experience healing PTSD in myself and many others, anxiety, agoraphobia, chronic illness, helping people manifest relationships, heal marriages, and go on to have babies that they would never have existed, actually, if they didn't actually do my healing work and heal their marriage. I've helped people to go from feeling drained in their business to, once we clear these fears and change their perception and way they think, all of a sudden clients start messaging them. They make a sale sometimes the next day after. And while I'm not all about like that, I'm not all about the outer success. That's not to say that you won't have outer success. You actually really will. If you put all of your happiness on the outer success and don't realize that the real win comes from changing your personality and how you feel and finding the inner peace, then you're going to push the outer success away, or it's going to be fleeting or not what you really want. So if anything, I'm actually more about the outer success by focusing on the inner success, the inner peace, the inner joy, the inner gratitude, the inner harmony, the purifying the negative currents. I'm more about the outer success by detaching from the outer success. And this is why my clients, they grow followings into the thousands. Like one of my clients, she came to me with agoraphobia, anxiety. She was a mess. Her business was in shambles because she was just so stressed for so long. So she finally said, fine, I will take the leap and put my time, money, and energy into this, even though she thought she didn't have the time and she didn't want to spend the money. She did, and it paid off in spades. Not only did Instagram following blow up from 350 to 27,000 within the 4 months we were working together, but then all of a sudden, she started having all these orders come in, these bookings for her beautiful designs that she was making. And guess what? Her new problem became that she was drowning in orders. But then that's what happens. You continue to use this work to upgrade yourself so that then you can handle the orders or whatever needs to happen to be able to integrate that reality so it doesn't have to be a new level of stress. At the same time, She got headhunted to be in an indie film, to star in an indie film. In the process, before that, she was agoraphobic. She wouldn't even leave her mum and sisters on the property. She was terrified and panic attacks. We healed all that. We healed all of it, including chronic pain she had. We healed all of it. We healed her regret and her self beating herself up. To then she opened up to just light and just fun and abundance. She met this amazing group of friends when she went on the movie, and then she met a guy that she was in a relationship with for a while. I think it was her first big love, and they went to Italy, traveled overseas when she wouldn't even leave the property beforehand. Now, your story might be completely different. You might be running a business and already be traveling, but you might be feeling stressed and exhausted and depleted, realizing that success should feel happier, realizing that it's more than just the stuff you get. It's it's a love that you unlock within, so you can be more present in your relationships, not be in such a cranky mood all the time, not feel stressed and compressed to have to fit into a certain box of how things should be. We open you up from the inside out, and then you start magnetizing opportunities to you. This is what happens for all of my clients. So you can work with me one-to-one if you're a motivated, spiritual, purpose-led entrepreneur woman or a career woman. You have to already be motivated, though, because this does take time and energy to actually transform the way you think. It's not going to be just overnight. Well, sometimes you can have big overnight results. It's usually a compound effect of learning how to think differently, how to hold your boundaries, how to stand with your standards, how to hold your frequency and not be a negative empath where you like feel everyone's emotions and might even be proud about it. No, that's just a security coping mechanism, because growing up, people were dangerous and you had to monitor their feelings. So then you resonate with the most negative person in the room and you actually draw that behavior out of them, thinking you're feeling their feelings, which you may be, but usually you're feeling your feelings, triggering it in them unconsciously, and then you're drawing it out of them. So we have to change that all around. So, my gorgeous, if this has helped you, please utilize, please use this. Look for the mistake that you've made that you haven't been forgiving. See how it's a blessing. Find where it matches your own inner self, your emotional currents. Purify it. Now, I have plenty of videos. Work with me one-to-one is really the best way. It is, while you do need to have your own home practice, and I highly recommend it and encourage it, don't think that just because maybe you're a healer, don't have an ego that, oh, well, you're a healer, you should be able to handle all your own stuff. That is, you need to level up, okay? We all need outside support. We all need outside support. The most successful people have multiple coaches in multiple areas and delegate and have outside support in many ways. And just like going to a five-star restaurant where it has some complex recipe, sure, I can give you the ingredients and I will give you the ingredients so you can do it yourself. But at the same time, you might not make the same meal that the five-star chef will make. Just like learning the violin. If you pick up the violin right now and you've never played it before and you try to teach yourself violin, it's going to take you years longer than if you have an expert coach come in and show you exactly how to play those strings. This work is complex, but at the same time, it can be really easy when you're guided through it. So begin by looking within yourself so that you can find the blessing in your lessons. And then reality gets better once you start changing your personality, because once you change how you feel inside, which comes from changing what you believe and how you see the world, always, always the world changes too. So please share this with a friend, maybe send them a DM, put it on your stories, on your Facebook, on wherever you want. Maybe share it with threads. Tag me if you want. If you want to give back, you never know. Sometimes just one share will literally change an entire person's life. It could heal their entire family, could heal their body, could heal their relationships, heal their business, which then help other people too. I can tell you, you don't have to share, but I usually come to people randomly on their Facebook or some social media feed, and it changes their life forever. Those ones who feel called to follow me, those ones who feel called to go all in and do the work, it works. And I am so excited to share it with those of you who are ready to take it to the next level. So beautiful. I will see you soon. Make sure you're following me on your favorite social media platforms. I'm here to help enlighten you, awaken you, and help you ascend to create outer success from inner peace.